this video, I'm going to go over an 11-point match I just had. That's from the WBIF Canadian tournament. I just got to play Ryan Rebelo, who's one of the strongest players in the world, so that was super cool. Um, and let's just see how it goes. So I'm playing white here. He plays very well, obviously, all the time. So, and I've been trying to improve, so we'll see what my blunders are here. Nothing really was that challenging to start. These are kind of straightforward. 4-2, I definitely want to spread out here because the fear is getting primed. Even though he's got so many in the zone. And here's the double. So let's look at this double. For him, I'm not on the bar. I've got 3 in my own zone. I've got no points. He's got the better board and he's got an anchor. So all that is leaning towards the double. Also, he's 31 pips up. But he's only got the one extra point. It's a 2-point board. He's got 2 guys. They're going to take a while to get around. I've got some contact here. It's still very much early in the game, so I feel like I have enough to take. And looking at it, he had 64%, 23% gammons, which is a take. If I had dropped, it would have been a 289 blunder, which is even I can get that one. He comes in with he hits me with the points on me with the 6-4, but then I can make the 5, right? And as soon as I make this 5, my winning chances are up to 41%. So it's going to be a longer game. I know I can hold this 5 here. They're 5. And with the 1, I don't have another 1. So I'm just going to play this here. He hits me. Here, another decision. I come in on the 5 because if I come in on the 3, you're behind, you want more contact, but it's not really doing anything other than being a target to get hit on and take half my roll away. So I'm coming in on the 5 and then trying to do something productive with the 3. I don't want to get hit here. That'll just give him some tempo to escape. So I need to build a board. So that's my point. 5-1, he's coming down. See, he's got no good ones if he covers the 1. So just coming down here is fine. I don't have any board. So getting hit is a minimal problem. Here's my first blunder. So this is double 3s. So looking at this now, this is the proper play. The 3's down and this here. This makes sense to me now. Why? Because our best bet is just to block these guys from escaping, and doing my play, it gives a shot, right? So then 2s he's gonna hit, whoops. 2s are great for red after I go here. With covering possibilities. He's already got a 3-point board, and I've got no board and a blot. So this is why this is a good time to get into to hitting, even if he's leaving a shot or 2 afterwards. So that of course happens, and then look at what happened so now it's 57, only 50%, 7% wins, but 24% gammons here. Then I'm on the board. I'm on the roof for a while, which is not interesting for a YouTube video. And this game ends up in a gammon. So this is 2-11. I'm already 4 down. Not my favorite start. Next game, I'm down 4. So I come down with both. As opposed to doing the split, which is enough to be a 14% difference. I should double plus that. But yeah, that's one of those things I'm trying to remember to come down with 4 3s if I'm behind by a lot. 6-1, and then here with 5-1, that's great. This is easy. Double 1s for Ryan. Here I had a decision to jump out, which is good. So I always want to jump a prime. Then also I could make this point. And it leaves a gap in the 4. And it is an 18 error. But both plays are good. but usually I'm jumping, jumping out is the way to go when you're looking at a prime. I kind of went back and forth on this one because I figured I could still, this isn't, he hasn't got, I figured I could still get out later. But so what happened is he continued to build his prime. Now I'm like, okay, as soon as you have these two builders, now he's a threat to make this 21. And if I stay on the 24, I'm cooked. So I was like, well, I definitely need to split now. It's a bit late, but I had to split. And if not splitting would have been a significant. But here I'm still at 45% because I have a bit of a prime in front of this guy too. He's stuck on the 2-point, which is not great. Hits on me, points on me. I come in and come down. I can't get out with the 6. This is my only 6. And then pretty much a joker roll, double 5s here. I dance and I can't take this cube. Okay, so I'm at 23%. He's at 24% gammons. I'm at 23% wins. So for me, I'm on the 2, which is already low winning chances, and I'm on the roof. So when I'm on the roof and it's a 4-point board, then I'm going to be thinking, what's actually going to happen here? So I'm like, what chances do I have? How stuck is he? Whoops. How stuck is my opponent on this 18? And while I'm on the roof, not really stuck at all, because it's pretty likely that he can make this point up here, which would be a 5 prime, which is 5 primes are almost all drops for me. And even though you have some contact here, he's going to run while I'm stuck on the roof. And then I'm basically just got a 2-point against a prime, which is going to be under 20% or something. So easy drop, which was correct. The take would have been 183, which is, I've done worse than that. Okay, 5-0. Okay, here we're starting out with 5-3. Hitting down here. Remember, I've got 8 in the zone. 8 checkers here. That's not a good blitzing. You need a lot more checkers for blitzing, like 9 or 10, because you might be considering hitting twice from 8 to 7, 6-1. Definitely not looking to do this one because you don't have the ammunition to cover them up. So one of the indicators that I'm trying to pay more attention, or is you look at how many checkers you have in the zone. Okay, so there's 8 here. This would have been a 45 error. This does give you 16% gammons versus 14% gammons. It's not even that big of a deal in terms of gammons or win percentage. But here we can hit 1 for sure because this is like a valuable point you don't want them to get, and take some tempo away. Comes in, makes a point, 5-2. So here I hit on the 2 and split. Basically, if you look at this, there's no way to save this blot from being, no way to safety it. So if you're gonna leave a shot, you might as well hit. I'm hitting on this 2. I'm stepping up because this is a prime. This is a dangerous spot to be, but it's dangerous to get primed in, and you need to split against the prime. So this is the hit and split, they call it, I guess, and it's a good move. Okay, I get hit, but now I come in on the 3, which gives me that, and then it's pretty clear to step up with the 24. I don't want to come down and be a double shot. I would love to make this point. I would love to escape another checker. Okay, I get hit. Okay, now we want to fight for our 4-point. Come in on the 24. This is a valuable point. I know it's like leaving a blot. I could come down. I could come to the 22, but there's a lot of reasons to fight for this because I don't have any other thing going on. I'm down 25, right? So the race is not close. Park it there to get some extra contact. So, if a blot's here now, I can hit with 6s and 4s. And this is just a natural play to try. I want to make this point, so hitting loose on it is fine. I get missed on the come in, and now this is a great play. Hit and cover. I get hit on the way back. Okay, so now 3-2. I just need to spread out here. I don't really have a good 3. Like I could come in there and come down, but that adds another blot for no reason. And I don't want to get hit on this side of the board. Like I'm already down in the race, but I'm not trying to go full back game here. Okay, so here is a 4-1. I struggled with what to do with this 4. This was the better 4. Like I was like, I don't want to really leave this anchor when they've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in the zone. I didn't want to do that, but I figured I could remake so after my play is this, so I figured I can remake one of those points pretty easily. And unless I get like some kind of double 2s or double 1s or something, I'm not going to totally get knocked out. So here I definitely had to hit because I've got a nice neat board. And instead of just making, I don't want to do to make that. We need to hit on the board. Okay, so that worked. This would have been better. This would have been better because if he hits me there, he's gonna leave a shot. So it's just another tricky thing. Okay, so 3-2. I got my wish and I could remake the thing. So there's a bunch of options here. But I thought, so I could make the 18 or I could make the 20. But if I make the 18, I can't have the 20. And the 20 is in the home board, which prevents me from getting, closed out. So that's why I was sure I had to make this 20. And then with the 18, with the 3, I could either stack them up on the 20 or jump. And jumping is better. It's going to be fine. Okay. Here, this was a blunder. And looking at this now, it does make sense to me. Because I'm only 22 up, which means after the 5-5s, I'm only going to be, I'm 22 behind. I'm going to be down 2 after the roll, which is even worse because I won't be on roll. So I really wanted to keep this 20 because I could, the best play was actually pretty easy. So I could jump out this guy to safety and this guy to the 5. And we don't want the extra blots around when we're in a race that's like super close. When the race is tight, you want to play safe because you're more likely to win just by racing, by getting higher dice. So some stuff happens. Okay, now I've got 6-3. I'm up 6. I run with this one. This is just, it's time. Here I'm gonna get blocked in, or I'm not gonna have a lot unless I roll a 6. It's very tough to escape. So this is a 6. I gotta go, even though it's a shot. It's gonna get worse, right? And also, he can hit me with 7s, and I'm sure he would. And then I'm at danger of getting doubled and not being able to take it. Here I get hit anyway, and I dance. And this is a double pass. I just said I was supposed to. I can't take it, but I looked at this. It's a 0.17, so it's a close. It's not really a big deal. I took it. I thought there wouldn't be as high gammons as there was. There's 31, and I thought, I'd come in. He's still got to clear this point. I can still hit him with a couple of things, like double 1 is a good roll. Actually, he's on a roll, so that's not going to stay there. Anyway, close call, borderline. And then what happens here? This is an error. I didn't know what to do here because I'm like, I want to keep a bigger zone of contact. The best play was actually to still do this, 15-14. I just didn't have enough 1s if I didn't do this, so I had to do it. I didn't want to leave a blot there because, 8s are pretty common. 7s also common. So this was the play. Just well, this was my play, moving 6 to 5. But they preferred coming to the 23, and I think that's because of this. So that puts pressure on a 17. When I stay on the 24, the 17 is not a threat. And, you know, this forces him to play 6s and 5s from that. Or, you know, it puts a lot of pressure on, and I'm pretty sure that's the key thing that I was missing. He runs, and now I'm kind of hooped. At this position, I'm 14% wins. And I'm only giving up 15% gammons because there's only one back. But, and I know there's better ways to estimate that. So I'm just kind of just trying to make my board. And then he's eventually going to do things, close me out. He should have pointed on me here. This was a big blunder because this just raises his gammon so much from 14 to 35, which is surprising. I guess the point is that by doing this, he's giving up 1/6. That can't be it. I don't know why the gammons go up so much because I feel like I'm going to get closed out anyway. Or maybe it's just I get these extra, it must be so close, and then I get the extra roll to bring down these checkers that it's just, you have to close them out. It's better to hit early before I move more guys around. So anyway, I'm still moving dudes. He hits me this time, and now I'm still at threat of getting closed out. Just hanging back. So at some point I got to run, and I have problems knowing when to run from these situations because you don't want to get gammoned. But here, there's a little, if there's a potential for him to leave a shot, like if he rolls a big double here, then I'm more likely to stay. And that happens. He rolls a double 5. So lucky for me, this is pretty much a god roll. And at this point, I'm trying to remember that Mark Olson thing where he says, like, when you have a perfectly closed out board with one checker on it, and they have 7, I think it's 7 or 8, no, it's 8 checkers off, it's a 50-50 percentage. Just read a Mark Olson book, and that'll tell you. So I'm like, he's already got 8 off, and I don't have a perfect thing. So it's probably a 50-50 race. And what is it? Was I 47-52? Okay, thanks, Mark. So I know I didn't have enough to double. So I figure I gotta take these rolls and see how it goes. And then after a little bit, if I get ahead, then I can double. So I do this. Double 3s wasn't great because I have to let him come in, and he comes in right away. So now I know this is not a double. I have to use my normal no contact rules for when to double. And I do not have, because he's got so many more off than me. After this, he is 73% to win. Okay, so I need help. I don't get it. And he wins a single game. Cool. Game 4. Game 4 now, it's 7-0. Not kind of how I expected it to go. Okay. 2-1. I'm definitely hitting on the 4. We fight for our good spots, our good points. 4-2. Here, I could have covered with the 6 and come down here, but this is better because he's still got this 1 and 2. These guys here are split. So me coming down is a lot more shots, okay, because he's going to hit me with more stuff. I'm not counting all these things, but here this is 10s and 9s, which is considerably more than just 6-4, which would be. So, or if I come down here, that's 7s and 8s, which is a ton. Okay, so that's why it was better to come down with the 2 here, and I didn't want to just stack up on the 4, even though that's not that big of a deal. Okay. Pointed on, I come in and I jump out. This is clear, right? The 6. Because now once we're escaping, what I've been starting to think about more is, if I've got one checker back already, I'm almost home. So you want to be more safe the closer you're getting to actually getting home. So 1-2. This is actually a key point because I don't have the 5. So coming here is good. And also there's those shots we were talking about. And stepping up doesn't do anything for me. And then going to the 4 doesn't really do anything. So this is the only good play. He's just trying to come home. 3-2, I don't really have a good thing to do. The better move was this, okay, because that's duplicating ones, because you can hit me with a 1 here and a 1 here. Yeah, and I guess this, yeah, not a huge difference. Okay, I got a 6-4, which is pretty awesome because I get to hit and escape. Because it brings me up to 62%. Okay, so now we're almost at this holding game. So when I doubled here and it was a no double. So usually I'm looking for this to be there and it to be a 15 pip lead for me to double in a holding game where the guy's on the 5 point or the 7 point or the 4 point. But I figured since I was 7-0 down, I got to tip that to be a little bit more aggressive. And turns out, no. Turns out it doesn't really matter that much because it's not a gammon-ish position. Gammons are 1%. So I should have just stuck to that. So my thing I've been doing is 15 pip lead. And make sure you are at least at the midpoint before doubling in a holding game. Okay, so now it's the regular holding game stuff, which is pretty boring. Of course, he jumps out with some doubles, and now I'm way behind in the race. Like after 2 rolls, double 5s, double 4s, and all of a sudden he's 70%. So this is a pretty boring race game from after this. I actually end up doing an error anyway. Let's look at this. Okay, 5-2. I did 6-4, 5 off. 5 off is obvious, but the best one was 3-1. I figured this would be filling the gap of the 5, but not the case. Okay, so now it's 7-2. Oh, I get lucky with some 5. Okay, I get lucky, which is helpful. Okay, now we're going to game 5. Okay, so it's 2-7. I'm still super aggressive here because I'm screwed, and he's 4 away. 5-3, making my point. Here, I've screwed this up so many times. I make the 7 point instead of just playing it safe. Because I'm like, I really want to split with the 1. I don't want to just leave the 6 there. I could double hit. Double hit's actually a good move. But then again, I'm like, I only have 8 in the zone, blah, blah, blah. You shouldn't do that. So there's some like forces pulling me either way. And I'm like, well, at least this is a good point. And it turns out to be a significant error. So play it safe, even though that's ugly. That's crazy. I'm only at 34% if I play this. And minus 33. It's just, yeah. Hard one. It's a hard one for me. Okay, so then he's doing this. Like I really am kind of screwed here. So 3-4. I don't have a 4. I could come down here with the 4. First of all, my priority was like this. I need to go 24-21. If you look at all these, the top 3 plays, they're all 24-21. Because he only wants to prime me. He doesn't have a huge amount of checkers to blitz me and close me out right now. If I do that, I can't safety this 8, which is fine, I guess. Even though it's a close race, I don't want to give up stuff. So I have to go 6-2, which is ugly, but it turned out to be the best thing. This would just been too many blots for him to take. Okay, so now he doubles, which I know going into this, I checked the score before the match, and I'm like, okay, it's 7-2, I need to be aggressive. I'm looking for a chance to double. So he doubles, and then it's pretty easy take for me. because, you know, if anything happens, I can flip it back. And I think I do have some good winning chances. It's only 31% though. Okay, so he's starting to do his thing, but I can hit him here. And I've got some chances to turn this around. This is a blunder by him. Then I dance. I got 3 on the bar. Oh, I remember this game. This is, the miracle is going to happen. Okay, so 3-2. Just going to fast forward while I'm on the bar. So we're doing this from my perspective. And see, he's just trying to close me out completely, but he's got 4 back, which is kind of limiting that. And then, of course, inevitably, I hit a double. I've wanted the open things, and I come in with 4. Okay. Then after that play, it's 50-50. It's like I'm 45%. Okay, because he's got 4 back. Of course, he's got the better board right now, but what's going to happen is he's going to have to give up shots as he comes around. And then I'm going to hit him, and he's going to come in, and then I'm going to hit him, and then, you know, there's a battle to be made here to get these 4 guys back. So let's see what happens. Okay, so he comes in, and this is great. This, you notice this 8 has range to this 14. The rest of this stuff is open. It's just indirect shots. So I want to live there. I want to take control of the outfield some more. So when he does jump, I have more than just a single shot against it. So it's very valuable for me to have my guys there, and I'm hitting there. Now I'm not hitting here as well. Why not? Because I really don't have anything to cover it with. I've only got 7 checkers in the zone. Remember we talked about 8 not being enough? Well, 7 is worse. Hitting 2 on the bar is better by far, but yeah, it's just not a good thing. And I just kind of want to be here. This is another builder. I can make something, another point. I can hit him next time when he comes out. So he comes in and kind of tidies up. Okay, so then this, I can make a point here. So with the 6-1, of course, I don't want to hit this yet. I don't want to, you don't want to hit someone if you only have 1 point. So I need to make more points before I start getting hitty. And he's still got a 4-point board, which is annoying if I get hit. So I'm going to make this 15 to see what happens. He starts making his way out of here, but he does leave me a shot. Now this is starting to be a double. This is a redouble take. I'm like, okay, I'm 17 behind. Like I'm hungry to do it, but there's so many indicators where I'm like, okay, I'm down, and like he's got 5 back here. He's still got the better board. But the score, so right now I've got the 2 cube. It's 52%. It's 52%, and this is a double because of the score. Okay, but it's only a 26 error for that. So those ones are, I'm fine missing those for now. 2-1. Okay, this I screwed up. So you don't have a 1. What am I gonna do? I could split the 17. This is the best play. 2 and then lifting from the 7. That's weird. 2-1, second best play. You give up a double shot and 7s, like it's crazy. And this, I thought, I don't want to do this because just when he's leaving, I don't have a board, and now I've got 2 blots in my board. But I finally arrived in that. I didn't even consider lifting the 7. I can kind of see how, I think I'd struggle with this a lot, okay? All right, so now he's leaving. He leaves me a shot. It's a double shot because you don't have a problem. But I don't hit him. 5-2, okay? And this is a blunder. So what am I doing here? Here I'm like, okay, well, I need to rebuild my board as soon as possible. And the right idea is just not rebuilding your board and making this 4. I made this 1 point, and I don't know why this is so bad. I know it's ugly to do that, but I'm obviously not priming this guy. I know it's the weakest point, but I thought 2 points is better than no points and 2 blots. I thought I had to start somewhere, and this would just, the only way I'm going to make these points is if I clear the 7, and I guess I need to do that. Anyway, that was a tough one. I don't really understand it yet. Here's another double I missed. Oh, and we're not even, this move, you guys, this move, don't, okay, this was a mistake. I'm playing the best player, and I make this mistake. So first let's look at the cube, because that's less emotional for me. And this I'm 47%, and it's still a gammon. Why? Just because it's got a little volatility. 3, I have some gammons, I guess. And then these are tough. I'm not often in this type of score and holding the 2, so it's only a 42 error for the double. But let's look at this move, because the move was a mistake. I clicked it before I was ready, and obviously I left a blot, and I didn't have to leave a blot at all. I didn't even see that it left a blot. I was looking up at the top of the screen. Terrible. And it's a 415. It's the biggest thing. My PR would have been way better if I didn't do this. But yeah, huge human lapse. I ended up, see, look, I left this thing on the 8. It's totally not necessary. Just do this, right? There's many ways not to leave a blot here. So this was just a total not great move, and let's pretend it didn't happen. Okay, so then he hits me, he starts building his board. So now he's got a 5-point board, which is scary, and hits me. So after that play, I like to check this. He's 73% with 36% gammons. Here, if he gammons, he wins the game. Okay, so I make this 4. I'm not going to leave a shot when he's got a 5-point board. Don't do that. Okay, he's getting some doubles, double 6s. I can't really move that. If I run this guy, he's blocked by the 9. So this is the only real reasonable thing to do with the 6s. Then he starts running, and then here I run, because let's see this. I'm behind in the race. I'm supposed to stay back, but if I stay there, he'll hit me loose, and then it's over, right? If you get hit with 5 points, you just don't assume you'll ever come back in. So I run it here, and then I'll be in a reasonably close race. So after this, I'm 40% win. So that's not 0. That's 40%. So it's an underdog, but it's the best play at the time. And then what actually happens here? He runs, I don't hit him, and then it's just a race. Okay, that he wins. Okay, so now we are at 9-2. Still not a good score for me. 4-1, 3-1. Okay, I get pointed on. Okay, I hit a double 4 here. So this was a lot of options with this double 4. I looked at this for a while, because you can run this guy. That's not great. Making this 4 was, I was like, okay, that makes the most sense. Actually, no, this one isn't that complicated. So like, you make the 4 and you come in and you make this other one. It's actually quite easy. I was thinking of a different double 4s. Okay, here, he hits me. So now at this score, 9-2, this is an easy double, right? It would have been a 250 blunder if I didn't. Just a little bit of volatility, a little bit of gammon chances, 25%. And it's a take for him because he's got 38%, he's almost got 40% wins. So this is, because of the score, a double. Okay, I hit him, and with the 5, I could come out or I could come down, but the best move was to double hit. And the reason I didn't was I was like, okay, this is kind of a primey situation, and then I only have 5s, but 2 in the bar is better by far, and the gammons go up. The gammons are huge when you're down by 7. So the gammons go to 35 from 31. So that's a little bit, and the wins are about the same. Okay. Comes in. Okay, so this is still a good situation with them on the fours, with them on the one. This is double fours. Yeah, this is maybe just the fours I was talking about, because I want to run because I'm up in the race. I want to get out of there. I don't want to leave that. If I leave that there, actually, then I'm doing duplicated fours, which is more like not a big deal, and then making this point. I'd love to make the 3 first, but it's not perfect. What's this other? Close enough was just coming to the 20 and lifting this 8. It's pretty close. Okay. Then he hits me. I got a 5-2. I have to come in on the 5. And with the 2, I could safety this 8 or move here. I wouldn't mind making this 7. And this is, now I'm not duplicating 4, so I do want to move up. Slightly less shots. I get hit again. I roll a 5-2. That's a easy, I mean, a nice shot. Double 2s. So here, there's a lot of options here too, right? Because this is what I ended up doing was making this 7 and safetying making the 14. The best was to safety this 8, move this 8 up and keep these ones split. As opposed to my play. Yeah, I don't really know why that's such, it's not a huge deal, but why am I so eager to keep loose? I guess there's no reason to fear them, and you might pick up another blot because of like a roll that's taken away, and then there's more gammons. So my play is 32% gammons. This is 33, so it is a little bit more gammons. I guess that's the idea. Okay, then I make a blunder again. Here we go, 5-3. So I don't hit him here. I'm like, okay, it's either do this, go for the gammon, which of course I just said I should do, but I didn't in this case. This I was like, this is pretty juicy as well. If I make this 5 prime, I'm like, the wins, do the wins go up here? Win is 80%, and the other ones are 78. Okay, so I played the win play where I should have got, so the gammons went from 26 to 34. That's huge. Okay, especially at the score. And the cube is doubled, so that's worth 2 more points, not just 1 more point. So this was clear I should have gone for the gammon. I just thought, okay, there is ways he can, you know, there are ways I can lose this if I get hit there, but okay, so now I have another chance. 6-1, it helps me that there's less good options here, so this was pretty much the only thing to do with the 6-1. And I don't cover it. This would have been better to do this because it's a more direct numbers to cover that 3 instead of, I'm already covering the 3 with a 5, and this adds 8s, which is not as good as adding 3s. Dances, then I do cover it. Here with the 2s. Okay, so I knew I wanted to clear the 7 because here when he's on the roof, the only tricky thing to do here is clear the 7 when the 1 is 6 away from it. So I knew I wanted to do that. So I was like, yes, I'm going to be smart, put those on there, and then I just straight up took 2 from the 8 and put them there. But it would have been slightly better to put this 8 to the 4 and have my 2 there. Why is that? Because if you look at it, this has an even number of checkers on the top 2. So if I roll double 6s, I'm good to go. Here with my play, double 6s leaves a shot. Okay, so that's totally it. Sometimes I just get so proud of myself for half of the play and then I screw up the rest. Not a huge deal because it didn't happen. Okay, so now this is a pretty straightforward. Okay, so yeah, when I'm bearing, I just read this Michi book about bearing off. Great book. Love all his books. I'm thinking I need to be absolutely safe here because the gammon is kind of on lockdown. Like, this isn't close. So like already the gammons are at 67%. Actually, that's not a sure thing. But sometimes there's times to get crazy and there's times not to. So 4-2, no real decisions. This stuff's kind of boring to look at anyway. Okay, so I do win the gammon. Now it's 6-9. I got a shot. Okay, I'm feeling it. Okay, so 4-3. I'm down. I am coming down again, right? Is that still right? Yes, it is still right because I'm behind. Okay, and then 4-3, I make the 5-point. This is looking good. I've got a lot of checkers down here. I want to split, but you don't. This is the blitzing. This is more prone to blitzing. This is a blitzing formation or whatever they call it, right? It's not. He still got 5 on here, so he would love to just hit me and try a blitz. So I don't want to split there. The split would have been an error, like 70. So this, I get to make this. Yeah, this is the opposite. This is a 98 blitz, 98 blunder. Even though splitting is off, like, oh, you got to split, but not against this. This is not a prime. They're not going to prime you anytime soon. Okay, what they're going to do is hit you, and then that's their best chance. Okay, so they come down with 2. Here I miss a double. So here I'm like, okay, I've got 2 back on the 1, which I know is not strong, but it's not a prime, so that's not a big deal. But I do have 2 back. He's got 1 back. I'm 7 behind. I have a better prime, but I don't have any like immediate threats. But with this, so in an even game, this is not a double, but this is 58%, 21% gammon. It's definitely a double. It's a 50 error at this score because he's 2 away. Yeah, should have doubled there. Missed it. Okay, so then he gets 6-3. So now this is better for him. So now I'm not thinking it's double. And then I screw up with this 4-2. Okay, so this 4-2, I missed a chance to hit. Because again, I'm thinking, oh, I've got this prime structure. I should definitely make this. I'm behind in the race. I need to hit here. And that's 21%. I should be playing more for the gammon. 22% gammons. This is 19% gammons. Oh, this is what I did was 19%, 53. So this is about wins. Yeah, and here I've got a lot in the zone, right? It's 8 right here, 9, 10, 11. Even those aren't, yeah, it's 11 points in the zone. He's going to do something crazy up here. So this is a good time. And also, I don't have him contained. Any 6, he's out of here, and then I've got nothing. Then my win chances go into the tubes because all I have is this 1 point. So I missed that. Here with a 6-3, I can't really do anything constructive but run, but this is great. Make a run, he misses me. So now I've got 1 escaped. 1 escaped to the 1. The 1 could be there, it's not a big deal. Okay. 6-1, I definitely want to, not like the other time, I definitely want to make the 7, right? Because then I've got the 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't escape very easily. I escaped my second one. So even this is a double shot, it's now or never because I'm going to get crushed here. And then I jump out again. So here he doubles. It's 9-2 and he doubles. So I'm like, for sure I'm going to take that. It's an automatic redouble, even though I'm behind in the race. So even this double was 74, 25%. It would have been a 188 if I dropped it. So that's significant. You're down 6 and you're already down to 25% because you're off roll. That's crazy. I mean, that's math, I guess. It's not crazy. So here I'm just hoping to get lucky and win the race. And I do. I think I get some crazy doubles at the end. Oh yeah, I'm in this position. At this position, he's 98% to win. Sorry, Ryan. I made it interesting at least. Okay, so then double 6 is something, and then double 5s. And then there you go. Okay, Crawford. Now I'm up 10-9, and it's okay, it's my moment. Double 4s. This is pretty simple. Making this and hitting. 6-3, I'm trying to just get home. Okay, double twos, making this and making this point. You don't want to do anything crazy like hitting that 2. 6-5. Okay, 6-5. I don't really have a good 6. I could run, but then I'm leaving all kinds of shots. Like, he's ready to hit me here. Double hit. Okay, 6-5. Again, I've got that same roll. I've just got the same consequence. I can't really leave here because it's just too many shots. So I hit him on the 1, make the point. 5-3, and make this. 3-1. Okay, so here I could play it safe and go 11-8, 11-10. But it's just so, your home board is so much weaker if you don't have this 5. It's just, you have to go for it. He hits me. So even though he hits me, I've got a 5-point board now, which is like, don't mess around with a 5-point board, because if I hit you and I have a 5-point board, I like win. So that, oh, this was crazy. So I roll 4-2 here. Okay, 4-2. What am I gonna do? I'm like, okay, come in here, and then with the 4, no, that gives them 5s and 4s to hit me. Okay, come in on the 2, or come on here. Where's my 2? So I'm either leaving a double shot, like I'm leaving a double shot no matter what. So I ended up doing the double tiger. Very few double tigers in my backgammon life. I played the wrong one. This one's actually better because I guess this gives you more. This gives you good 5s to escape, and it's easier to cover this. I'm not sure why that one's better than that exactly, but at least I got the idea to hit it, because if I'm going to give up a double shot, this is one that I learned from ZZ's book. It's like, at least I'm giving myself good outcomes, right? So if he does dance, those are futures that do not exist if I don't do it. And if I get hit, it's kind of the same either way. Double 4s is a pretty good shot. So now I need another miracle. Oh, I'm down here. This is no chance. I'm at 21%. I'm just gonna try to hang around, make my board. Don't destroy my board. I need to hit a shot to win. Stall breaking my board as much as possible. Of course, that doesn't happen. I get a 6. Skip forward to where this is interesting. Oh, I managed to make 2 blunders here. Okay, so here I do this twice. I don't run. I'm supposed to run with this guy. And I'm like, well, the race isn't totally, like, I can stay back for contact. And I kind of have a board that if he, like, I'm thinking, oh, if he gets a 6-5. But basically, if it's not a 6-5, he's not leaving a shot. There's 0 chance. Like, 6-5 is not enough of a shot. So doing this, if I run, my wins go to 12%, and it's 9% if I don't. And there's no gammons either way. There's no gammons either way at all. So this just gives me better race efficiency to just start going now. And it removes the pick and pass plays, right? So he could do 2-4, and then I'm on the bar, and then my race just goes to 0. So I did that twice, and that's, blunder each time. Oh, 3 times. I did it 3 times. Should have done that again. Okay. And then it's just a single game. Now it's 10-10. Oh my God. Okay. 6-1, great start. Blunder, immediate blunder. 6-2. Okay, so I'm like, first of all, I'm like, oh shit, look at all this, right? It's got 9, 10, 11, 12 checkers here. 12 checkers. So I'm thinking this is going to blitz me like crazy, but it's also going to prime me like crazy. I need to jump the prime, give him the 4, because I'm like, I just saw so many futures where he's going to hit me with the 4 or just make a point anyway. I need to start, like, he's stuck back here too. So I was like, I need to invest in my own prime. Can I win in the prime battle? And the answer is no. I think Mitchie talks about that. Are you going to win the prime battle? And I'm not. I need to run. Okay, 7-2. He makes a point. He's still leaving me this thing here. He didn't really have a choice. Now, 2-1. There's a lot of things you could do here, right? The best idea was this. I was like, okay, I do not want to get primed. I do want to send 3 back. But I guess I've got no board. There's also this where you stay back and you hit and you make this. This is a lot better than my play. But making this 5 point just makes it so much harder for these guys to leave, and that's how I'm going to win this game. Whatever's going to happen over here is going to happen, but as long as these guys aren't free, I've got a chance, as long as I'm not like closed out. So when I did this, when I left my anchor, that's a world of, there's a lot of shots he's got, because he won't need these. He's not priming me. He's already made his 23, so he can hit me, make points on me. So let's see what happens. Okay. Hits me. I come in and hit. Tries to escape. I get him back and make this. That's pretty sweet. Then he's got this 1-2 back game. And I'm like, this is awesome. 6-2. Now I'm feeling pretty good. I'm like, I might actually win this thing. You kidding me? So this one, 78%. I'm up 78% against Ryan Rebelo. Hit him. That's got to be even more because he's got bad timing. When you have a 1-2 back game, you need like 100 pip behind, but he's even. Okay, and then this was a huge roll for him to make this. That makes it much harder for me to bear in. 6-5, I'm trying to be, okay, I'm like, I got to be safe if I avoid a shot. So 7-6. This is a 6-5. I was like, I want to be safe here. The better move was to not be safe and see, I'm putting 6 on this 6 point, which is going to be such a problem later. I don't know, man. I don't think I would. This is harder to find why I would volunteer a shot. I guess it's duplicating 2s, but definitely I can see he's got a 4-point board, so I'm gonna have a hard time with this move. Okay, so now I got 5-4. That's great. I cleared the 11. That's gonna be tough. The 8 is gonna be the hardest one to clear because it's got both of these guys. No problems, right? So then 7-9. Then what happens? Double 2s. Okay, I played this correctly, but it sucks because I want to clear the 8. I can't clear the 8 without leaving a shot. And against a 5-point board, I don't want to leave a shot at all because I have the potential for just not leaving a shot at all in this game and just winning the game. Being a hero and winning the game. But next problem, double 4s. This is a forced play. And now I'm in this 5-3 situation. This was an error. I should have left the extra checker here to give me more options. Instead do this. Okay, so then I get 5-3 again, and I have no choice this time because I don't want to leave a shot. Then this is 6-4. This is forced play. This is my only 4. And then he dances, okay? Here I come in and I cover it and I get a checker off. This is amazing. I'm gonna win the game. Totally gonna win the game. 5-4. I don't have 4s. I leave a shot. He hits me. He covers, and it's game over. Okay, so I almost won. Doesn't really matter who won. But he played, let's show me the whole. He played 288, and I played 587, but I had that 400 blunder, which was stupid and doesn't count. So technically counts for less than that. Anyway, thanks for watching.